Welcome to Southern California Prep Insider's San Diego football podcast. We're here at Sweetwater High School, more specifically, Gale Deaver Stadium. Said it right there.
Nailed it on the first take.
That's definitely the first take. Yeah. Didn't do 8 of them until right now. We got the usual business, plus we got some kids from the Sweetwater team here we've got to talk to, so we're going to start with our top 10.
Kind of just underselling it that we got
a
running back who calls his shots on Twitter and the red hot Sweetwater Devils right behind us.
That's right. Yeah, Marty was on the team show as well for one of the games he had. He said he called his shot on
Play of the week winner.
There it was. Top 10s for this week. Here we go. Starting with, we're going to start with the others. Grossmont, Lincoln, Eastlake, and San Diego. Just outside that top 10. Not quite in it.
Damn.
At number 10, we have Point Loma, 9 Saints, 8 Madison, 7 La Costa Canyon, 8 Bishops.
No.
6 Bishops. 6. Somebody else read for me. I might not have a brain. 5 San Marcos, 4 Torrey Pines, 3 Ramona, 2 Helix, 1 Mission Hills. Guys, reactions.
Woo. Some changes down at that bottom. Yeah. Point Loma in there for the first time. Saints is back in there. Madison, they're taking some L's lately, kind of unexpected. And let's talk about Ramona jumping up.
Really quickly, I also forgot El Camino is part of the other group.
El Camino is part of that other group. Let's talk about Ramona kind of coming out of nowhere at the beginning of the season to now be, I mean, they could be, I'm not going to put anybody else in that number 1 conversation because until someone even comes close to beating Mission Hills, but they could be 1A. That could be a really interesting thing, seeing how good Ramona can be by the end of the season. But what do you say we give out some game balls, man?
Or do the game balls?
I want to give out some game balls. Because last week was a big week. We had, since we're down in the South Bay, let's start with the Kiwanis Bowl. Hilltop smacked Chula, and that just continues to make no sense about football down here because if you do like the transitive property, that means that Hilltop beat Morse and that Chula lost to Grossmont. I don't know. Nothing makes sense because teams flip-flop these big blowouts every single week.
You're talking to dude who couldn't count to 10 earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. But shout out to them.
I think I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the Helix defense. Yet another shutout. I mean, that's kind of brutal.
Yeah.
You just blank like 5 offenses in the same season.
Helix is definitely.
That's not even yeah, exactly. Shout out to Darian Reyes at Brawley. He had a couple rushing touchdowns and a huge win for them over Calexico. You know what? We know that you just never want to mess with picking against Brawley, so shout out to them. Game ball to Chance Lovato and El Cap. It's a big win for them, putting up 51 points. Anytime you put up about 50-something, that's always a huge night. And then, shout out to the game ball to Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Getting that dub last week, you guys are kind of on fire lately.
Yeah.
Marty, who you got? No, sorry, look at Marty.
Let's not forget.
I just want to get to that RBU, man. That's what I'm here for.
RBU later. It's gonna be a great one. All right, first game ball is gonna go to Kyle Grady. 300 all-purpose yards, 3 touchdowns. When you're playing a good Madison team, and when you're playing a great team like that going into a big game, you're gonna look at your quarterback. You're gonna see the type of attitude your quarterback has going into the game, and if he's gonna go fight, you're gonna go fight with him, and that's what Kyle Grady did. So shout out to that man.
Also, thanks for coming on the podcast earlier this year.
Oh yeah, he was part of RBU as a quarterback.
RBU.
What a beast! What a beast!
Yeah.
Lincoln defense only held Christian to 7 points. Now, Christian, you know the type of numbers Christian's been putting up on offense, playing Madden on rookie, like I've been saying every podcast.
I was wrong about this game, man. I was way wrong.
Same, sorry.
Shout out to Kenyon Sims, RBU. That's how we do over here. But yeah, shout out to them. Their defense came into play, and they definitely deserve a little shout out for that. Gus Espiritu from Otay Ranch. A lot of people talk about Sammy Paranada. And they, deservingly so. He's a great running back.
When you drag Eastlake 10 yards. Yeah.
That play, we still talk about that play.
Also, that play on the TV show.
Yep.
Amazing. But a great compliment to Sammy Paranada, what a lot of people don't know about is Gus Espiritu. He had over 1,000 yards last year, and he's continuing to show success on a good, hot Otay Ranch team that is most likely going to win their league this year. And then lastly, Granite Hills. Granite Hills is on a little hot streak too. They had a nice win last week, and that's a big reason for that is because of David Tyler Gonzalez, who plays both ways and he gets the job done. And their quarterback is a dual threat. And
Can you believe they're 5-2?
They're rolling.
That's a quiet 5-2.
They are rolling.
Pretty good. All right, I'm going to get to my game balls. You were talking about Kyle Grady earlier. I'm going to piggyback on that. I'm going to talk about JL Skinner, the receiver that was catching all his touchdowns. 3 touchdown catches and an interception on defense in their win over Madison. A big win for that program. I apologize in advance. El Shaddai Levi I think I said it right. Probably
that
did.
sounded smooth to
It
me.
sounded, yeah, it sounded like I knew what I was talking about. And Jamal McClendon combined for 5 rushing touchdowns in Monte Vista's win this weekend. Desmond Tua, 121 rushing yards and a touchdown in Vista's win over Poway. And finally, Casey Grandforce from University City had 4
RBU.
touchdowns and an interception in their win over Hoover.
Yeah, it's kind of
RBU
clicking.
before
I just realized I want to give one more shout out to Josh Bournes specifically. Guys, he had like 15 or 16 carries on Friday against LCC, only got tackled 3 times.
Wow.
The rest of it was just that where it comes to that pile, comes to a stop, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
When LCC's defense can't tackle you, that's...
Oh, when you're
Josh
running hard like that,
around
always
something.
appreciate a hard run.
That was a wild game too. Big shout out to Jake Newfield, who got roughed up a little bit, came back in the
Seriously.
game and almost led them
just
back.
further complicates our top 10. Thanks for that, Jake. One of the reasons we're here, though, is because these guys are a red-hot team. Let's start over here. You want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
My name's Jose Renda.
Eugene Williams, Fabian Nunez,
Shane Burris.
Marty Sessman.
All right, so guys, things have kind of, you started slow, but there's the cliche saying play your best ball at the end of the season. It seems like it's where Sweetwater is headed right now. Tell us a little bit about how the year's been going in the second half.
Well, we've been just like practicing really hard, and ever since then we've been coming together more as a team, and like it's just been rolling really easy.
I think like we're just ready to put up a banner. Finally, you know, it's been a while since we put up a banner in our gym, and this is most of our senior year, so we're just ready to put up that banner. Just what they said. Just come together as a team.
It's always hard making it to the 5th or 6th answer to the same question. So we'll just go over here with you guys now. A couple of weeks left. What's the mindset for the team right now?
Just to go at it as hard as we can, like starting off how we did, and just being able to come back in the momentum that we're doing. We just want to come up and with a bang. That's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like we got to keep our defense rolling. Like our defense is like going strong right now. We just got to keep.
You got that shutout last week. You're moving forward. Is it still one game at a time, or like you mentioned, there's the thought of a banner, there's the thought of playoffs already? Are you looking forward to something, or is it still just take it one game at a time?
We want to take it one game at a time, but we also want to set a goal for ourselves. That goal is banner and also playoffs. So we take it every step at a time, and just hopefully make it to that level, to wherever we need to be.
Who you guys got this Friday? Hilltop, coming off that Kiwanis win. Just give us, what's your thoughts on this win or this game? Maybe it's a win. I'm sorry,
Coach, you heard that.
Hey, you want to talk about Coach, man? Wesleyan has some things to say to you after last week.
Oh, sorry, Wesley.
So give us some thoughts on your game this Friday.
I mean, we already got to look at them in passing league, so we know that what we have to do. We can't just, because we got the lead against them, and then we just stopped and like, oh, we got this, but we got to keep playing. We can't just stop. Can't be a first half team. So I think we just play strong throughout the whole game. Might just take the dub.
Speaking of dubs, we got game selections. Tommy's got a 4-pack of great games for us this Friday. You guys want to step in and be our guest selectors for the week?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
And just beware, you are all fair game on Twitter now after you disrespect the team and saying they're going to win or going to lose. Noah is still in first place. Our guest hosts are in second. Tommy is in third. I am no longer playing for the title, but I'm going for that first round draft pick. Hashtag rebuilding season.
Here's what we do. I promise you get to pick the games first. You get to go the first.
Okay, great. I like this. I like this.
Here we go. So, Christian, I'll ask you right now. This week we've got Point Loma at Cathedral.
Can I say pass? No.
You can't.
I'll ride the hot hand. I'll
Okay.
go with Point Loma right now. I think that, not to disrespect this Cathedral team, but right now this is just a Point Loma team that for whatever reason, things are starting to click. They took a couple L's early in the season. They've switched it around, and that offense seems unstoppable to me. I say go Pointers.
I don't want to go against Kyle Grady and Malik Moore. I just talked about how Kyle Grady stepped up to the plate against a tough Madison team. But I think Cathedral at home is going to be, it's really tough to play at Cathedral. I think Cathedral's going to control the ball. They're going to run the ball down their throats, and they're going to pull out a close one. I got Cathedral.
Kids, what do you think?
Well, we'll start here. You'll be the picker for the first game.
I think Cathedral.
All right, we got a Cathedral vote. Tommy, next game.
I also pick Cathedral. But thank you for
Yeah, no, I don't need you picking anybody because you're just going to get another point ahead of me.
Okay, here we go. We got Mission Hills going to Torrey Pines. Christian, what do you think?
I'll take the upset. I'll gamble against that because I need some points here late in the season. I say Torrey Pines can The big thing is the defense is stopping Mission Hills more than scoring on Mission Hills, because we know it's going to be a low-scoring game no matter what if someone is going to beat Mission Hills. I think that Louis Bickett, Mac Bingham and company are going to shut them down just enough to pull out a 17-14 win.
And if you get that score right, we'll give you 2 extra points.
Yeah.
Deal.
There we go.
Definitely.
No, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Mission Hills. I know last week it was a similar run versus pass type deal with Christian versus Lincoln, and I went with the run team and they won. So this week I'm gonna go with Josh Olave and Jack Tuttle. I'm going Mission Hills.
Guys, what do you think?
Marty?
Mission Hills.
Oh, that's simple. Okay, Mission Hills.
Sorry, Christian, I'm also going to take Mission Hills.
Hey, that's what I said, though. I need to gamble and get that point.
Another game down in the South Bay. We have Modern Day going to Olympian.
This is some dicey decisions to make next to this, man. I will say that right now Olympian is the one that is going to get this win. We saw them early in the season with some huge wins and some really close losses, so I don't think that their record really reflects the kind of team that they have the potential to be. And I think that this win gets them back on track.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Olympian. I think.
Because you have a giant eagle tatted on your chest.
I just like no, but Olympians had some tough losses this year. But I think Isaiah Williams, Nico Mendoza, Rock Gonzalez, they're gonna get their team back on track, get a nice win this week. DJ Tyree was first team all league last year, and he's been out for the last couple weeks. He'll be back. So I just think, like last year, Modern Day had just a couple athletes too many. I think Olympians gonna have a couple athletes too many this year.
All right, you're representing for Sweetwater. Pick this one.
I'm gonna have to go with Olympian too. Went to the Battle of the O's. You know, they put up a good fight against Otai, so I think that Modern Day, I don't know.
I'm going to make it a clean sweep then. I'm going to go Olympian as well. So if we're wrong.
Coach Joyner will come join you.
Yeah. Last game, we have Granite Hills going to Monte Vista.
Ooh, man, Monte Vista's put up some huge numbers, but I'm gonna go with Granite Hills. They've got the magic this year. Siegfried, a quarterback, has had some game winners at the last second. You mentioned Tyler Gonzalez, very versatile player. They got Jake Burton, who can just smack people. I'll go Granite Hills in a high-scoring affair.
No?
I'm gonna agree with Christian. Granite Hills. Tyler Gonzalez is a special player who plays 2 ways. He does what the coach tells him to do, and he does it at 100 miles an hour every single snap. I think he's gonna be the main reason, the X factor, and reason why Granite Hills wins this game.
If we have an 8-2 Granite by the end of the season, that's a bounce back year right there for them.
Guys, what do you think?
I don't know, it is a tough game. I think I'm just gonna go with Granite Hills.
Tommy, is it a clean sweep?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Sorry.
wow.
Granite Hills for all of us. So again, if we're wrong, make fun of us, please. So we got for this week, guys. You want to say anything before we get out of here?
What time's the game on Friday?
7 o'clock. Be there. That's gonna be a good one.
7 o'clock at Chula. Come check these guys out. One of us will probably be at Mission Hills, Torrey Pines. Noah's probably going to be at the Olympian game. We'll be spread out. Thank you very much, guys, for watching.
See you next week.